All right, Herc, the latest reports are that we'll get a decision on Friday. Friday now. Why isn't this a done deal? Who you blaming? Who's at fault?
You know, it's funny because I'm sure people would love to jump at the narrative that somehow this is Major League Soccer's fault. Single entity. Why is Major League Soccer approving this deal? Which would be valid if that was the case, if they were the holdup, right? But the Barcelona executives have already mentioned computer error. So I don't know where to fall on this. Trust me, I'm all for putting blame on Major League Soccer when they need blame to be put on them. But I don't think it's that cut and dry. I don't think you can specifically put blame on this. Was it a time issue with the LA Galaxy? Was it a time issue with Julian's camp? Was it a time issue with Major League Soccer and the process of reviewing this? Or was it on Barcelona? We don't know. All we know is computer error. That is what we're hearing. That is what we know. Something else I know. This is gut-wrenching. Gut-wrenching for Julian Araujo, gut-wrenching for all parties involved. I'm talking about the Galaxy, I'm talking about Major League Soccer, I'm talking about Barcelona, whether that's Barcelona A or B, Rafa Marquez, who's at Barcelona B, everybody involved, this is gut-wrenching. That's what I know.
So when it comes down to the transfer deadline, there's one guy to follow, right? We all know Fabrizio Romano. And as he's tweeting this, one of the things he's saying is that the last step is Major League Soccer. So I think that's where you're getting that from, right? Is that there's kind of this idea out there that, oh, there's an extra step. It's not just the player and the club. Like in most situations, the league has some extra step of approval. But let's be honest, man. MLS is not going to be the ones to botch this. Not when they're willing, by the way, to sell this player for $4 million. That would seem to me to be very little. They want to make this deal happen. And if there's a club, Herc, with a history of, let's say, bureaucratic issues, right? It would be Barcelona. You would buy into the fact that Barcelona simply left this too late. If we believe the sporting director, Matteo Alemany, he said it was 18 seconds because of, what did he say, a system issue? Did he really say computer issue? Yes. He left it very open. He said, error informático. That could be anything, right?
Yeah.
That could be anything.
And Seb, this isn't the first time we've seen something like this happen. We saw this same transfer window. Hakim Ziyech from Chelsea to PSG, that didn't happen. Years ago, when one of the biggest injustices to Keylor Navas was happening, there was a Keylor Navas to Manchester United, and the fax didn't go through on time. Remember that famous De Gea fax situation? So this isn't the first time. But you're right. People would love to jump at Major League Soccer. And listen, we're all for being the hammer when they deserve it. Okay, we're all for it. When they're the nail and we need to be the hammer, we're all for it. But this isn't as cut and dry as single entity, bad. This was the reason.
Well, thank you very much for watching ESPN on YouTube. For more sports highlights and analysis, be sure to download the ESPN app. And for live streaming, premium content, and let's not forget as well, ESPN FC 7 days a week. Subscribe to ESPN+.